Welcome to News Video Clip. South African Elon Musk is one of the biggest welfare recipients in the United States. His companies get billions of dollars in tax breaks and billions of dollars in subsidies. That is literally free money that is coming out of the pockets of American taxpayers. And he thinks he has the arrogance to tell us how to live our lives. And not only Americans, he likes to tell people in England how to live their lives. Well, fortunately, a British reporter caught up with him and just destroyed him. She's from the Economic Times, and let's watch a clip from this interview.
Nonsense. You have, what is it, close to 250 million followers on X.
Yeah,
You say things like,
popular guy.
quote, civil war in Britain is inevitable, just a question
On the current
of when.
trends, yes.
When were you last in the UK?
A few years ago.
Exactly.
So right there, Elon Musk admits he hasn't been to the UK in years. And yet he has some sort of godlike knowledge. This ketamine-fueled addict is going to tell this woman who lives in England what her country is really like. Okay, let's go back to the clip.
So I live there. I'm there the whole time. That is nonsense.
You live in a cloistered existence.
No, I don't actually. And the numbers also disprove what you say.
What numbers?
All the numbers about crime. London is a much safer city than any city in the United States. Violent crime in the UK is not where you think it is. In fact, it's coming down. You have painted, and because you have so many followers, so many Americans believe it, a kind of view that Europe and the UK are kind of, overrun with terrifying Muslim immigrants. There's rape on every corner. There's a sort of civilizational destruction.
I haven't said any of those things.
Well, absolutely. Elon Musk has absolutely said those things. Almost on a daily basis, he tries to paint Muslims in Europe and also in the UK as raping women, raping children, committing all kinds of horrific crimes, murder, you name it. And I know this because every time I fact check Elon, I get shadow banned from Twitter X because he's such an emotional cripple. He can't handle being fact checked. And this woman who's interviewing him for the Economic Times is going to keep fact checking him.
If you have a large and rapidly growing group of people whose beliefs are antithetical to Western beliefs.
So when he talks about this large group of people whose beliefs are antithetical to Western beliefs, he's talking about Muslims. Well, let's take a look at Elon's beliefs. He has 14 children with 4 different women. 2 of those women say that he doesn't pay child support. He had to pay $250,000 in a settlement to a SpaceX stewardess because he exposed his penis to her. That was reported by Business Insider. So Elon Musk is in no position to lecture anyone about their beliefs or their morals or anything else like that. Okay, let's go back to the interview.
At some point, there will be a reckoning. That they will try to implement their views, and those who oppose it will oppose it, and that's what you call civil war. And obviously, this is the trend. And you absolutely do live in a cloistered existence. And if you'd like, we can go on a tour of Britain.
Sure. I'd be very happy to come on a tour of Britain.
And you'll see.
You come see my country that I live in all the time, and you haven't been to a few years ago.
I've been there literally 100 times.
But when was the last time?
It's literally a few years ago.
You know what?
So once again, she nails him. She says, when was the last time you were there? He goes, a few years ago. Again, Elon Musk, with such a godlike ego, thinks he knows her country better than she knows it. And I guarantee you that he will never go on a tour with her. He is lying. That will never happen because he's an emotional cripple who can't handle fact checks. All right, let's go back to the interview.
This exercises me because you have really shaped opinion about the UK. And so many Americans I come across and I have conversations with, and and I just had one the other day along the order of, oh, London's such a dangerous place. How can you know? There are sort of grooming gangs everywhere. There's violence everywhere. This is a picture that people get from things that you post or that are posted on X. And for example, you're posting for, what was it, 48 Hours of Citizen Vigilante. That film, which, paints a dystopian. I watched it.
Yes.
It was not fun. I watched it yesterday. It's not a very good movie, but it also paints a dystopian picture of Europe, and it glorifies vigilante violence. It glorifies the murdering of a Muslim immigrant family. I honestly think that it is irresponsible for you to put that up on X.
I think that it's a movie, and it's worth watching.
So right there, Elon Musk admits he supports a movie about right-wing bigot vigilantes, just like that's exactly how he thinks, murdering a Muslim family. It just shows you how sick and deranged he is. And just minutes ago, he was lecturing us about beliefs. He's a deranged person with sick beliefs, and he should be treated as such. All right, speaking of sick people with beliefs, let's go to the White House, where President Donald Trump actually stabbed his own Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, in the back. Pete Hegseth said that Russia and China are enabling Iran. And this is actually true. China sold Iran a satellite in 2024, and that satellite has been used by Iran to guide their drones against U.S. forces. In fact, they bombed a U.S. base last weekend in Jordan and killed soldiers, American soldiers. So here's Trump. Actually, he's going to defend China and Russia over his own Secretary of Defense. This is wild.
And you said today that Russia and China are not helping. Earlier this week, the War Secretary Hegseth said that they are enabling. So what is the difference?
Well, I don't know that they're enabling. I mean, I will tell you that President Xi said he will not partake, and President Putin said the same thing. I think, I trust them.
So right there, you just heard President Trump say he trusts President Xi, the communist leader of China, and he trusts President Putin, who is the mass murderer of Ukraine. He is the president of Russia. He has been conducting a mass murder campaign for years in the Ukraine, and that's who Trump trusts. That's how sick and deranged he is. All right, now we're going to go over to I've Had It, and they have a clip of Fox News host Laura Ingraham gushing over Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's looks. And this is really strange. Let's watch.
They didn't know much, still won. But the fact is, AOC is an attractive millennial with a powerful surface appeal. With her long, sleek raven hair and red lipstick, she's at times played dual roles.
I mean, vibes from Laura Ingraham. Well, always have gotten those.
I'm on a conspiracy max, as you well know. But Laura Ingraham is an unmarried woman. So, I mean, maybe, she's not one of these people that bred in her teenage years. She adopted children later in life. She's not married. And here's the deal. I know I give shit about,
So it is interesting. I don't know why Laura Ingraham is gushing over AOC's looks. I don't know. That's pretty strange. Anyways, those are all of our stories for today. We do have links to all of our stories right below the video. Unlike the right-wing podcasters, the paid influencers like Benny Johnson and Joe Rogan, Tim Pool, Jimmy Dore, Riley Gaines, Kristen Hawkins, none of them back up their claims with links, with evidence. Zero. We back up everything we say. All right, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to this channel. Thank you guys so much. If this is your first time watching, please like and subscribe. If you hate it, please subscribe. If you hate me, definitely subscribe. All right, we'll be back later with more news.